Well, good day, everybody. Glad you can join me today. This is step one in the harvest of my garlic. All right, so right here, this is called a garlic scape. And if you leave them grow, you'll get your seed pods and a flower at the end. And then it'll take all the nutrients away from your bulb to produce the seeds and all that, eh? So what I do is I remove that from my garlic plants. So what I'm going to do, they're called scapes. So what I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors, go along and start cutting them all off my garlic. All right, these are the garlic scapes that I harvested. I only kept a bowl full for a couple of meals. And all we do is we'll go in the house, we'll wash them up, trim them up, and then we'll fry them in butter. Goes good with steak and pork chops or whatever. But that makes for a very, very good meal. You can dehydrate it, you can grind it into powder, you can pickle it. It's great stuff. All right, further investigation. It's called a leek moth. Creates a worm, and it's what wiped out most of the garlic last year in northern Ontario. So that's what I have in my garlic right now. They attack leek, garlic, and onions. So now I got to try and get rid of it. All right, I'll get back to you on this. Right here I'll put up a picture of the moth. All right, so there's the worm itself. So that's the leek moth worm. Damn. Now I got to do some research because that's going to kill everything. Well, we found quite a bit. So now I got to go in the house, got to Google the leek moth and garlic and see what we can do to remedy the problem, get rid of it. Like, I don't know. Do I trim all the leaves off? It's going to be a nightmare, but I got to figure that out. Because you can see where it's eating all the leaves. All right. I'll get back to you on the decision. I'll just have to go on YouTube and Google and see what they do. Well, this is not the update I was looking for, but through the research, there's not a pesticide. There's nothing that kills them. All they say is to go rogue, remove the whole entire field, burn it, bury it, bring it to the dump. They said there's nothing that can be done. It's what I found out anyways. It's only a small plot, 14, 15 feet by 17 feet or whatever. So what I'm going to do is, right now the information I got is right underneath the scape, they start embedding the plant there through the stalk. They lay their larvae for the first generation. Then the little maggots, worms, starts eating through the leaves and boring holes in the top of your plant where your scape is. Then once they get into the center of your stalk, then they eat their way all the way down until they get to the bulb of your plant. Once they get to the root of the garlic, that's it. They eat all the garlic, it all rots, you lose the whole crop. So, since they said there's nothing that can be done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut her down as much as I can, wait a couple days, and then see if there's any more signs of the larva, the eggs, or any holes being bored through the stalk. So right now that's what I'm going to do, just start trimming everything off. And I'm going to bag everything, and tomorrow morning off to the dump. So I'm just going to start trimming it down. Now as far as the height, I'm just going to go roughly about knee high. That's just something I decided to do. It's not written anywhere. And it's a shame, but what else can we do, really, what, right? Like, you can see the larva. I showed you a live one a while ago, so I'm just going to continue on giving it a haircut, and I'll get back to you. All right. Took a bit, but I trimmed it as much as I can. Now it's only, I don't know, let's say the stalk itself maybe 8 inches tall, 10 inches tall. The tallest leaves might be 14 inches. I removed also all the mulch in between the rows, just in case. So there you go. She's trimmed, and trimmed good. Oh yeah, she's trimmed good now. It's too bad. Looks can be deceiving. It was supposed to be a bumper crop, but I guess Mother Nature decided to give us that leek moth. Crap. Anyway, I'm going to clean up, bag everything, rake everything, and then we'll see how tomorrow goes. Like I said, we're supposed to have 5-6 days of rain, but I'm going to have to come back out here now and physically check every leaf to see if there's any more. But I'm sure I got lots, because as I was cutting it, I could see there was lots of larvae and lots of worm. So, I don't know. Nobody on the internet says anything about cutting her back or anything like that. Basically, all they said was to destroy everything, burn everything. And they said that for the next 7 years, you can't grow garlic, leeks, or onions. Because that's how long it takes for the larva and the moths to move on. So anyways, again, we'll see what happens come the end of next month, because usually the end of July you harvest all the nice big bulbs. But now I don't know what's going to happen. You know, some people fight Mother Nature. You got heavy rains, mud, hail, destroys gardens. You got rabbits, deer, you know, a lot of things can easily destroy your garden. But I would have never known I had the leek moth in my garlic if I would have just never picked the scapes. But because I pick the scapes every time I grow garlic, so that I get a more mature bulb, that's when I noticed all them eggs. Never had it before in my life. So after doing research, found out exactly what they are. And again, they come from England and places like that. Anyways, don't know too much about it. There's not much on the internet about it. So, anyways, I'll post this one anyways before I harvest. So if anyone out there has a garlic bed, they can at least go and check theirs. So anyways, very disappointing, but thanks for dropping by. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys ever dealt with the leek moth and whether or not you lost your whole entire crop. Onions, leeks, and garlic. Okay, guys. I'll be putting up some pictures, and you guys take care. Bye now.